What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. Thanks so much for tuning in today, Monday, December 7th, just a few weeks before Christmas. And as snow is getting ready to fall here in Wisconsin, I hope that you're staying warm out there. Huge shout out to everyone going so hard over the weekend. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but we are now only 20,000 subscribers away from 1 million. We've been averaging 2,000 to 3,000 a day. Look, if you're enjoying the videos, create a YouTube account, subscribe. That way, perhaps you could, at little minimum, it makes finding my videos easier. Once in a while, YouTube may notify you. We can do this. 1 million by Christmas if we just keep it up. And I will be delivering an absolute metric ton of amazing, hilarious gaming news, entertainment news, technology news, all today in a grand total of probably 6 or 7 videos. So make sure you check back often. Now, The Last of Us 2, everybody's favorite video game. If you listen to critics, obviously, I mean, critics had been telling you forever that The Last of Us 2 was the best game ever, and that it was stunning and brave, and that it has that gross hookup scene and a wide variety of other things. A lot of people who played the game simply did not have fun. That said, the game still sold millions of copies and absolutely had fans. Whether there were fans of the Last of Us franchise or they didn't care so much that they spat on the history of some of the characters and they had lazy writing. But overall, the game looked good, played good, and its success is undeniable. That said, I don't think anybody believed that this was real. Now, the Doritos Pope, Jeff Keighley, put out a tweet December 6th, yesterday, saying, "This is it, the final round of the Game Awards Player's Voice. 5 picks remain. You pick one as the winner." Look, I think it's 5 good titles. Honestly, I would have put Animal Crossing in this instead of Miles Morales. Why? Well, because Miles Morales, hardly anybody's played it. And it doesn't hold a candle to some of these other ones. The Last of Us Part 2, look, you can't deny, as much as I know hating it is kind of a meme, it's a big game. The Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Doom Eternal probably didn't belong on this list either. A great game, but the votes tell you. Look at Miles Morales, a pathetic 4%. That tells you that it shouldn't have been on the list. A good 5 means like these should all have been closer. Doom Eternal shouldn't have been on the list either. Doom Eternal, excellent game. Going to win Best Soundtrack, should win Best Soundtrack, maybe Best Action Game, I don't know. Hades should win some awards as well. But, you know, Animal Crossing probably belonged on this list. What is Persona? Was Persona 5 this year too? That keeps getting left off. So there are other games, right? But look at this. The Last of Us Part 2, 43%, absolutely destroying Ghost of Tsushima. Nobody believed that. And of course, the Doritos Pope has to slide in immediately afterwards and say, this is 100% fan voted category. Over 1 million authenticated fan votes in the last round. Watch the results live on the page as it happens. You can see, now I retweeted. I don't want to take all the credit here, but we have some great news. But hold on. Use of Dominion software, rigged election. Oh, look, you put Last of Us 2 on the top of 5 nominated games when the last time you put Tsushima. And now suddenly Last of Us 2 is winning when Tsushima won both rounds previously. Strongly, I wonder why. Getting absolutely tons of pushback. You see here, Game of the Year. You have The Last of Us 2 versus Ghost of Tsushima with a whopping 1,000 votes. A wide variety here. Honestly, Hades is pretty good too. I don't know if it could get Game of the Year just because it didn't have the sales. But nonetheless, if you look at some of the quote tweets from this, I hope Last of Us 2 wins. The sooner people realize that it's Game of the Year, Game Awards and Game of the Year is nothing but glorified popularity contests, not indicative of quality, the better. That's a fair point. The Game Awards are really just a commercial, right? I watch it for the reveals and for the channel, you know, but also Literally right now, Cyberpunk is installing on my computer. And I will be able to play it on the same day. Look at it. Look at it right now. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Wait, oh, can I show you? Look at that. It's almost halfway. It's almost halfway, baby. So I think I might be busy doing something else that night. But ultimately, people say vote, and then Ghost of Tsushima fans, this stuff is so rigged. Doom Eternal was this year. Yeah, it was this year. How the actual F is The Last of Us 2 winning. You've got to be kidding me. What? Miles Morales, really? That was also a bad choice, of course. Lol, here's Yellow Flash. Lol, Last of Us 2. Last of Us 2, seriously, I don't have a problem with the game, but Ghost of Tsushima is better game all around, better story, better characters, except Kenji, better gameplay, better multiplayer. Maybe. Yeah, probably. But Neil Druckmann could not resist. He could not resist. And it has spectacularly backfired. Neil Druckmann retweeting Jeff Keighley's tweet saying, Last of Us fans, activate. As a bonus, for every vote you cast for The Last of Us Part 2, a hater loses their caps lock. Now, look, I think Neil, look, I will tell you, Neil, when my dog died, when Indy died last year, Neil said some very kind words to me, and I appreciate him for that. And so, it's nothing personal. Look, I'm not going to get butthurt that he tweeted this. He's the literal. I mean, he just got a promotion to like CEO of the company, deservedly so, I would argue. All right, of course he's going to tweet this. He should. It's his game. If you don't stump for yourself, then what? You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate that he tweeted this, but instant regret was instant. It says, I can understand wanting to have your game win, but Neil, this hater mindset is really childish. Not everyone who criticizes your game is a hater. Most of them are fans who legit didn't like it, and painting such a broad brushstroke is really unfair. Last of Us 2, meh. Ghost, yeah. But then you see Dr. Uckman immediately deletes the tweet. My tweet was meant as a joke. Re-trolls. But it just added fuel to the fire. It made it seem like I'm against criticism. I should be better than that. Taking it down. My bad. A fair response. A fair response. And look, I know I took a lot of dumps on Neil. He's probably a fine guy. And I don't hate that he did this. But I also don't hate about what the outcome has been. Another game is now beating The Last of Us Part 2 in the Game Awards fan vote. Actually, let's I just want to get an I want a up-to-date count here. Here it is. Okay. So we have the Game Awards. Today's the last day to vote, I believe. Let's check the article first. This from Dave Thier, who's always putting out good articles over on Forbes. Whoever wins the Game Awards fan vote is good news for Sony. Voting on, yeah, that's actually a good point. Voting on the Player's Voice category has been open for a little while now, and it's operating like an unofficial Game of the Year category as a especially competitive year. Could you imagine if Cyberpunk had released on time? It would have been Cyberpunk, Last of Us 2, and Ghost of Tsushima. That would have been a tight battle. We had an unusual need for gaming this year, with all of us hunkered down in our homes, and the industry delivered with an impressive slate of excellent games, many of which are up for vote. For the last few days, standard bearer for prestige gaming, The Last of Us Part 2 has been leading the vote. But now, a new game is sitting on top of the list, and it's Ghost of Tsushima, with 42% of the vote. We're going to verify what that is in a minute. Ghost of Tsushima now enjoys a commanding lead, particularly since it had been coming from behind for a little while. I am at the moment straining to make a joke about these votes coming in late or mail-in voting or something like that, but I will restrain myself for everybody's sake. I didn't play enough of The Last of Us 2 to really have too much of an opinion in this particular battle, though I nearly got platinum in Ghost of Tsushima and loved every moment of it. Well, that tells you right there. Making it hard to believe that The Last of Us 2 could really have exceeded that for me. Ghost of Tsushima was a strange surprise for the industry. Shocking, not only because I'm shocking not because it did anything particularly new, but because of how it managed to take a ton of well-known tropes and system and turn them into something that felt entirely fresh. And it did so with some of the most consistently beautiful visuals I've seen in a real open world game, at times exceeding the colossal efforts of games like Red Dead Redemption 2. If there's a category for best flowers, I know where I'm voting. I should note that the best game here is obviously Hades, but unfortunately it won't win. Third is a pretty respectable showing after these two massive games, however. Voting continues until midnight Pacific tonight, so I'm not expecting any major shifts for a while now. Oh, let's see how we're doing. Let's see how we're doing, all right? I want to see how we're looking for Game of the Year. Because even though, here's the thing, if the fan vote is close, it's still going to be, I mean, it's only part of it. It's only part of it. Right? Actually, let me do this for you. I'm going to create, yeah, why, how did Animal Crossing New Horizons not get it? It got like no votes? All right, hold on one second. All right, let's do this. So, honestly, look, this isn't like a vote against somebody like happened in the 2016 and the 2020 presidential election. In my opinion, the top, I mean, I think that Doom Eternal unfairly is in this category. Like, it's a great game, but a niche audience. Final Fantasy VII Remake just can't win because we don't have the complete game. These are just my opinions, all right? Don't get mad. Ghost of Tsushima, that's where my vote is. Hades, also very good, but again, can't really compete with the audience. Now, Animal Crossing's New Horizons, I wouldn't hate, but my vote's going for Ghost of Tsushima. Thanks for joining the crew. Okay, yeah, I voted in one category. Congratulations to me. Oh, I'm a student now. Yay. Okay. But I want to see what the current percentages are. Can I not see what the current votes are? Come on, I want to close that. Wait. Show me the results. I suppose they don't want player's choice. 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. Okay. So we vote for Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, here's the results. It's now at 44% to 35%. What's crazy to me is so Animal Crossing didn't even get 1 or 2%. That's not, I don't think that that's reasonable. Now, this is round 3. If we look at round 2, we can't see it. So I can only vote in round 3. I'm guessing that it won round 1 and round 2. This probably isn't a cumulative vote. This is literally the 3rd round of voting. So let's keep Ghost of Tsushima going. There's only 14 hours left here, but, you know, I think Ghost of Tsushima should win it. I don't care that Neil stumped for it, but certainly it was one of the most divisive games that was on the market, and I still think the Game Awards is going to rig it. I still think it's going to rig it, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe I'll peek over at it on December 10th. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.